Yo, what up? This is Blazed. Alright, so there's 6 new runes for every class coming inside Phase 3. I'm going to show you the mage ones here. First one up, we got Temporal Anomaly. So it launches an orb of temporal energy, which slowly moves forward and every 2 seconds grants all nearby party members a shield for 15 seconds. Now this is probably going to shoot out like 30 to 40 yards. Might go a little farther. This is going to be your healer one that you run. It does only shield party members though, so gonna be weird to use, you know, especially if you're not in the melee group because of Wind Fury and stuff. So now you're gonna have to shoot this at your other healers and casters that are probably not gonna be stacked. So pretty mediocre, but you know, maybe the scaling, maybe it scales really well and it's good. We'll have to wait and see. Next up, we got Deep Freeze. Stuns the target for 5 seconds, only usable on frozen targets, like it was in the past, in other expansions. And then it does extra damage if the target's permanently immune to stun. I don't know if this means that you're just going to be able to press it on every boss. I don't think so. But could be useful for the DPS specs. It's really the only damage one, so you run this as the damage specs. And in PvP, you're definitely running this, unless you're not Frost or something, or can't Nova or something. Yeah. Cause you could even just Nova and Deep Freeze as fire or something. So, but maybe you'll run this other one. We got Advanced Warding, increases the magnitude of your mana shield, Frost Ward, Fire Ward, all by 100%, and decreases the mana drained by the mana shield. So 100% increase and 50% mana reduce. So this might be good for boosting. Could be good for certain fights if you're dying to fire, frost, or physical damage. PvP could be decent if you don't want to run Deep Freeze or you're playing with a lot of stuns already. You got a rogue on your team or something. You just want to stay alive. Or you're the only healer or something. It could be good. Alright. So for wrist slot, I'm going to start out with Molten Armor. Now, Molten Armor causes fire damage when hit, increases spell crit strike chance by 5%, and reduces the chance you are critically hit by 5%. So this might be really good for DPS mages. 5% crit, obviously pretty standard, gonna be good. And then you can just play it like I used to play it, basically. The other talent here though depending on the scaling, could be better than Molten Armor. So we got Balefire Bolt. Basically, you unleash a bolt with spell fire damage that's arcane and fire. And every time you cast it, it increases the buff, increases the next one's damage by 10%. And you use it up to 10 times. You only want to use it 9 times, because if you use it 10, it kills you. So you can cast this a bunch up to 9 times and you're blasting with it. Doesn't look like it increases the mana cost either, just you're not going to be getting as much regen. Because you will be running Mage Armor with this, because you're not going to have Molten Armor, because they're same slot. So you're going to be losing some mana regen, but it might blast. We'll have to wait and see. Now the last one on the list for wrists is Displacement. Teleports back to where you last cast Blink from and resets the cooldown on Blink. So it's like a free blink back to where you were. If it works like it did in other expansions, it'll put a little dot on the ground, show you where you're going back to, and it's just wherever you blinked from before. You'll teleport back, and I don't think it's only a certain distance, so if you go out of range of like 30-40 yards, I forget what the range on it is. We'll have to wait and see what this is going to be. But you can't go too far from it, it won't let you blink back. You can't like run 200 yards away, 100 yards away and port back, but gonna be good for PvP, and maybe it'll be good in PvE for healers. This is Blazed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but